application in my life. I went to the app store.
Oh, wow.
We did plenty of
You
reviews.
took the time.
I did because I had the time because I couldn't access my email that I needed.
Oh my gosh.
It's
But I'll let you get to
literally,
those.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it's the app store. You
yeah.
get that app store. Yeah.
you just,
It is the only application that just consistently does not work on my phone, and it's like the most important source of information that I have.
yeah.
But the push notifications will keep working. It'll keep letting me know that I'm getting emails that I
And
can't
you're
see.
like, great, can't do anything about this.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I can go to my computer and the computer will work, but it is very frustrating.
Just for DTM, yeah, it worked out. Outlook's been so slow.
DTMB's off.
Well, I understand.
Government software. Multi-factor authentication.
Ready when you are.
Facetious. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. It is Monday, April 28, 2025. It is 6:30 on the nose. We'll call our committee of the whole meeting to order. I would like to invite our city manager to give a little background first. We have two items tonight. We have the applicant and developer in the audience. One familiar face, two new ones. The business is located there. But basically, we'll be taking up two resolutions. The first is creating an industrial development district for 2574 Hillside LLC. And the second is approving the application of industrial facility certificate, also known as Public Act 198 for 2574 Hillside LLC. We also have a DDA appointment later on we'll touch on. With courtesy to our guests who have come here, I'll turn over to our city manager and you give a little bit of background on this, and I'll invite the applicant and the business owners up to the podium here.
Thanks, Mayor. I think you pretty much summarized it as is. This is the old Deltaplex site, or next to the Deltaplex site that Hillside Development is constructing a new building on. So has never been in an industrial development district, so tonight there's a district to be established, and then for the certificate for the businesses that have applied. So with that, if applicants want to give a little background, and Greg, maybe what's happening out there. You've been very successful out there, so fully support this. We recommend the 12-year abatement on both of those. So Greg's been working through the assessing department, and it's been advertised for a public hearing tonight for both the district and the certificate, so you have to hold in that order when you do public hearings at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank Mr. Bola. Let him give the background. And then if you would, I think most of us know you, just name for the record, and then our two guests this evening. In case you have any questions for them.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me. Greg Ball with Vista Development. In this case, I'm a member of 2574 Hillside LLC, the owner of this property as well. We have started construction of 165,000 square foot industrial building, mostly light industrial. There'll be some assembly and some warehousing distribution. Just set up for 3 tenants. We have 2 tenants that are here tonight with leases signed. We have one space of 30,000 square feet that's left, that's vacant. We do have some prospects for that. Hopefully, one of their sister companies may be one of the tenants in that final space. We're projecting it to be done probably early fall, and as of right now, the tenants plan on occupying and starting their businesses there on January 1 of 2026. So we have both tenants here, Aurora and FSDF. They're both sister companies. The parent company's out of Germany. Aurora, and I don't want to steal too much of their thunder, but they'll give you some background on what they do and how many employees and that sort of thing that they plan on bringing over. So I'll introduce them now, and I'm going to ask us all questions if you have. Aurora, and then John Haley is representing FSDF tonight. So come on up, guys, and give a little background. Please.
Mr. Haley, welcome.
Thank you. Again, my name is Joe Hamilton. I'm the president of Aurora North America. We began assembly here in Grand Rapids in 2010. We have a facility very close to the airport. And thankfully, we've outgrown that facility and began looking for a new facility. And Greg here was kind enough to introduce us to his plot of land at the Deltaplex, and we've worked with some of your folks and team members, and it's been a very positive experience. And so we're going to occupy 75,000 square feet of the 165,000 square feet. Aurora is, as Greg mentioned, we are a U.S. division of a German company. Aurora Conrad Schultz is the name of a German company. And we're ultimately owned by Indus Holding, which is the German holding company. Aurora has been around for 95 years, and we manufacture heating and air conditioning for the construction and agricultural markets, so companies such as Caterpillar, John Deere, etc. We currently have 49 employees here in Grand Rapids, and with this expansion, we look to grow it in the next 3 to closer to about 90 employees. And then we have a fairly strong business plan, which should get us closer to about 115 employees in the next 10 years. So quite significant growth is planned. And the nice thing about our projects is they're long projects. They're like 10 years. So once you are awarded a project with one of these manufacturers, it's pretty consistent over 10 years. So we're a stable company. Like I said, we've been in business for globally for 95 years, here in Grand Rapids for 15. And we're looking forward to being a resident of the city of Walker.
Thank you. Mr. Haley, welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me. John Haley, I'm here to talk about FSBF. As Joe mentioned, we are ultimately owned by Indus Holdings. FSBF is another small to medium-sized business located in Germany. They've been around since the 1940s. They have about 250 employees in Germany, and they service some of the customers in North America currently out of Germany. So we helped them to create a North American entity here in Grand Rapids. They're currently in a 1-year facility in Kentwood, Michigan, just a small facility to get them started until they can move into their facility in Walker once it's completed. Initially, we had plans to move over 1 employee when we started the lease in Walker, but they currently have 3 in Kentwood, and they'll probably have 5 when they move over to Walker. Over the next 10 years, they'll grow to between 30 to 50 employees. This is with current existing customers that they already service out of Germany. So it's a business with a stable customer base. We've had a lot of positive experiences so far with Visser Brothers and with the city, and so we're excited to bring employees to the region.
And the product you make is with adhesive and sealants.
Yes, so FSBF makes sealants and adhesives.
Fantastic. All right, Commissioners, any questions for our guests this evening? If you, Commissioner Work.
My current company is stationed out of Augsburg, Germany. Rank GmbH is a German production beer set maker. This is, the industrial rezone is, of course, their master plan improvement. This tax abatement is very consistent with what we're doing up on Northridge, correct? Yep. Thanks.
Seeing here right now, I did a little interview with one of the Crane's Grand Rapids reporters, and we were talking about, I want to give credit to all 3, but particularly Greg from Visser Brothers. Just, you look at an area down there, and it's hit, I think what was there before pre-pandemic, it hit its maturity phase, and it went as far as it's going to go in the pandemic. Obviously, we were just talking, it's changed a lot of things, and what I love here is the diversity of the businesses for both of you, who you supply to, helps you be about as recession-proof as you can get, and that's favorable to us, because we're also making, that investment decision on you being your long-term, and we do believe that. So, I guess if there's no other questions, can I get a quick straw poll? Thumbs up, coming around, thumbs up, coming around. Gentlemen, driving range probably still open, as I mentioned, so you're welcome. Thank you, welcome to Walker, to both of you, and if we can help in any way, feel free to reach out to us, and I love hearing that with city staff, and really thanks for making that down. I just drove down through there 2 nights ago, looking at the progress of the building, it just looks phenomenal down there. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right, that covers really our committee of the whole stuff, so that's, I'll jump to our clerk, to right there.
And just an update on the precinct boundary project that we're doing. We have completed doing our updates. We sent that over to the state for them to log into the QBF with a qualified voter file. Sent it over last Monday and they already have the majority of that entered, which shockingly quick for what we had expected. So that was by last Thursday, most of it was entered. So still waiting on a few things that they're saying are a little more complex on the back side of things. So next step, we will be sending, like I mentioned before, all voters will get new voter ID cards. And then we are working on a webpage that residents can go to see like why we did it, where they're now registered to vote, their new polling locations and that sort of thing.
Thank you. Good work. Mr. Rogers? Mr. Chase?
Do we have the Easter egg hunt since last meeting? I can't even think right now.
I think it's been since the last meeting.
Oh, we had the ribbon cutting for the soccer.
That's what it was, yes.
That's what it was.
Yes.
And I think all the kids loved having their little piece of ribbon to take home. See that they're cutting more and more.
Like the little kid used to be a little. Scissors, so.
But it was definitely way better being out there, especially with the amount of rain that we got the night before out there to see the.
Good was that?
Yeah.
I just mentioned to Daryl, I did reach out to him on the morning, because we had that 5K run to say a few words right afterwards for Shelley run down at Millennium. And I just mentioned, I said, I was floored, I truly was expecting, I went out and, which tennis shoes do I pick? So
Yeah.
a bit of walking, I picked the ones that are gonna get money, because I'm so used to it from my history out in those fields of, and you watch kids over the years play in boots out there. So,
No, there was like no standing water.
nothing. It wasn't even mushy, you didn't even feel.
No.
It didn't rain hard.
Oh,
Friday.
yeah, yeah. I mean, everything else around seemed wise in the fields. So I think that was really good to see, and obviously they did a great investment for the future.
And those that may not have recognized the celebrity ribbon cutter with me was nobody. No one other than our own Nathan Doty, so he has some of our
He
clerk.
was very excited to do that. Thank you for including him on that.
Yes, that's all right.
I did comment, I sent you a text later that day. He was not muddy when he came home, which I was just shocked. So it was great.
That is nice, so, yes, good. Anything else? You guys are killing me, we got time.
I don't have time. I was hoping that you could redistrict Stevie out of my ward, but.
No ward changes.
I'll live with it.
Good plan.
Mr. City Manager.
Oh, just a couple things. At least you're not like Grand Rapids getting all in the press about the changes in the precincts. So. Nice job with only 9 precincts to deal with that. So. And the soccer field's a great investment and a great improvement, money well spent. As long as it took them to get it done, they did it right. Yeah. Turned out fantastic. Just a couple of reminders. Tomorrow, there's a local quadrant meeting from Kent County over at East Grand Rapids, 2:30 to 4:30, if anybody's available. That's where the county gives their quarterly update of all the things they got going on with the county. So it's usually pretty interactive and informative. So if anyone can make it over to East UR City Hall at that point, that's where it's going to be. We have a finance meeting on May 7th, which is a Wednesday morning, bright and early at 8 a.m. for Roxanne. So we're just going to be reviewing the final draft of the budget, second draft, and hopefully final. If there's any other additional input, we can take it at that meeting and give us time to make adjustments prior to our first meeting in June, where we intend to hold the public hearing and hopeful adoption at that meeting. We'll also review the set of budget amendments for this current fiscal year. We talked about those at the last meeting, and there's been just a few more tweaks, but we'll have a final package of those for a recommendation, and we'll hope to take those up at the May meeting, one of the May meetings here with the City Commission. And then last but not least is next Wednesday, also on the 7th, we're having an employee recognition luncheon at the UPW. So 11:30 to 1, if any of you can make it, please stop over. The staff always enjoys seeing the commissioners there if they can make it. We're having a pork fat slim barbecue again. It's been a hit the last couple of times we've done it. So if you could be there, please show up. The employees like it, and they like the delightful lunch, and it's a good way to show them some recognition throughout the year. So that's all I have.
Outstanding, thank you. Couple of things, we have an appointment for the DDA tonight. A resident named Avery Van S., and she actually lives within the DDA district. And Daryl and I talked about this for years, trying to find, we have on the DDA, we have one position that is designated, slotted specifically for a resident in the DDA district. We've not been able to find one that has been willing to serve and has that type of interest in mind. So Avery actually is on our next gen academy, which I believe is tomorrow night. And fire department tomorrow night, so anybody is welcome, 6:30 or 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in here. So that's who that is. So backstory, I got to meet her a couple of meetings now, very engaged, professional background. I actually recruited her for this. So that's a little bit of the backstory there. And I think she'll bring a different perspective. And that board continues to evolve and shape itself over the years. So I would ask your consideration support of that when we get to that. Covered the ribbon cutting, soccer fields. I'd be remiss if I didn't go off without saying Michelle and the Parks and Rec team. They great event. We managed to navigate through all the construction out there, and even Saturday morning came up here for a few minutes to go through the parking lot just to see if we have any issues or people being nice to one another. I mean, just because there's the parking's a little more inconvenient with some of the stuff going on back there, and everything's going super smooth. So we planned for everything, and it was good to see where it's at. The only other thing I have is this Thursday. This one snuck up on us. It's always the first Thursday of May every year is National Day of Prayer. We will be hosting that in here again at 11 o'clock. Brief ceremony with a couple of pastors. I'll have Emily get invite out to everybody tomorrow. Figure no more than 30 minutes tops with a couple of pastors speaking. We'll go from there. Lastly, city manager, I received a nice letter of the Commissioner indulged me. Dear Mayor Carey, the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks is an organization that promotes and educates Michigan clerks. For our Michigan Professional Municipal Clerk Certification Program, clerks are recognized for their knowledge of the multifaceted clerk's profession. We are pleased to announce that your clerk, Deborah Duty, has met the program criteria and has attained a level 1 MIPMC certification. Deborah's commitment to education, desire to obtain certification clearly defines commitment to the clerk's profession and our community. On behalf of the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks Board of Directors and the City Commission, by the way, I ask that you join us in congratulating Deborah Duty for this accomplishment and well-deserved recognition. When I reflect back to we've had a bit of change around here, and at the time you were coming in, we're hitting it was going to be a rather intense election, national election, not long after you came in, amongst other things, and had filled the role down there admirably and done. It's when I don't worry about election night stuff and when the results going to get and all this stuff. I don't always get ours in earlier than most everybody else, if not, one of the earliest always. We don't have the challenges back there. So hats off to you. Congratulations on this. I'll give you this letter we're down here. So you show Nate and say, hey, I'm famous, your mom's famous. Maybe autograph it for him. So anything else for the good of the order, please? Mr. City Manager? Yes.
One thing I forgot is at the May 19th commission meeting also, there will be an update on the library progress. So we'll have the construction management team, the architect, and we'll kind of give you an update, time frame where we are, budget update. But so far things are looking good and it's progressing well. So far so good. No surprises on the ground, so that's always a good thing. So it's from here on up now. So they'll be here on the 19th. They meant to do it tonight, but they just weren't quite ready to give a good update. One things to get a little further along. So
we're planning to some budget stuff on the 12th. We talked about maybe.
Yeah, the amendments will either be on the 12th or the 19th, because those should be pretty much cut and dry. But, yeah, that is one of those meetings also.
I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize along, I tend to drive around and look and observe observed, and one of the things you notice in the morning, traffic stacking, really down either way, into Ottawa County or over off Walker Avenue. There is some traffic's flowing very well. We even had a quick adjustment on the traffic light at 96 and the Walker exit. Grand Rapids was quick. It was one of those, I don't think they let the internet folks know about it. We just quick checked our city engineer and said that it stays on blinking until 6 o'clock. And we had moved up to 5 o'clock, that went on solid, and that helped a lot. Some of the traffic that was stacking up around the 5:30 time frame. So it continues to go, I believe, ahead of maybe a lot of progress. But we'll get through the summer. There's going to be some lines. There's probably going to be some fender benders, rear ends, and people rushing to get to where things are. And if you just be patient and get through the summer, come the fall, it's going to be a pretty darn nice project. So hats off to all involved, city staff on that, keeping us on track there. So we'll stand adjourned for the whole meeting, and we will get started in 10 minutes. Microphone off. Congratulations.
Yes, very nice.
Shake your hand.
Oh, we forgot the photo.
Where's our photo?
Yes, no, we have to do that.
Do it. Get
I haven't had one for the mayor's page in a while. Do you get a certificate with that?
It's been a couple days.
It's about Gary.
That's right.
Huh? No, we're gonna put it on the city page.
Do it.
You have to tell me before you're gonna do
You should do it.
Huh?
I just don't have my phone.
I need to be prepared.
So I'm gonna give you one of two options.
Oh, gosh, okay.
One of two options. On behalf of the city commission, we can either do that in the time we have allotted before the 7 o'clock meeting. We can do this tomorrow. Our communications manager is here. You can stand with the city manager because my city commissioners are finding my attempt at more PR very humorous.
Oh, we know, we like it.
Do it.
It's like that's what you're for.
All right.
Gary, the time my son was doing Eagle Scout project in Huizenga, we're slaving away on this bridge, grinding off the old paint, working, sweating like crazy all this. He walks up, in the sport coat, gives a happy snap with my son.
And then he bails.
The Eagle Scouts be, stays about 30 more seconds to leave. And he's on the front page of the paper.
That's Mayor Northrop,
Yeah.
I
Not the work being done,
no,
but the photo.
absolutely no way.
And you're so
I never ended being crap about it.
I got a year and a half left. I'm milking every opportunity I have. Oh, boy. So yeah, everybody, just got a chance to look at the book on there.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
About 2 weeks.
You want that or you want me to do it?
I'm serious. We're getting close.
I really, really like it.
And discussions with all of our partners that are part of this have already started and have already started to take place, so, that's it.
Or Well, we do have a bunch of new employees starting this next 2 weeks around City Hall, so you can see new faces, a lot of summer help and interns and new police officer and new firefighter, a couple paid on calls, so.
Super.
You'll see a lot of new faces if you're around during the days and in the parks. We got 3 Grand Valley students that'll be working for us this summer in DPW. Another cleaning position, part-time, we have advertised, I think you did, you guys. That'd be on the way. Steve is out on some medical leave, and Dale's gonna be retiring. So, got a lot of holes to fill. Got a good plan, so.
Will they be here on the 7th when they start?
Some of them will, the DPW seasonals and maybe engineering intern. Definitely the DPW. And then all the new faces back there, I mean, I recognize these kids and I don't even know their names. It's like,
Isn't that funny?
see them outside the window cutting grass, and it's like, which one is it? Luckily, they have names on there. I'm sure it's
Things I try and do, Daryl knows, is on behalf of the commission, all of our new hires, I call them before they start, usually 1 to 2 weeks before. And it's to welcome them to the city, They feel welcome coming in. We've all been there. You walk into a new place, a little bit of butterflies, what have you, that first morning. But the second piece is ghosting is obviously, for a lot of us that know is a real thing nowadays. It continues to grow in nature. By making that extra connection, we've been ghosted, I think, one time.
Well, we just were on one of the cleaning positions. We had a person come in.
Really?
Yeah, full-time, accepted the job and everything. Kevin went to follow up with her, no answer, no reply, no.
So here lies, it's unscientific, but my basis for doing this is the one person that never called me back, because a lot of times I'll get their voicemail, they're working at their job, what have you, and I'll just say, I said who I am, and just want to call and welcome. If you get a chance, give me a shout. And I talk about our culture around here, that we're all very approachable and stuff, and tell us what we need to hear. Might not always be what we want to hear, but tell us what we need to hear. And just put them at ease a little bit. And one person didn't call, it's one person, or didn't call me back, it's one person hasn't shown up. They want. So I think Shannon still owes me a couple bucks on that one that was coming. But I just, I don't get the chance to the interviews. It's really not right in the purview of our role, responsibility. But I think it's important because people look to us as that barometer of the decision-making, the budgeting and so forth for the city. So I think it's just important that they feel comfortable coming in. So it sounds like I've got a few phone calls to make coming up.
Yeah.
In the next week, so.
Too late.
Yeah.
We've been hiring so much the last 2 weeks, I'm sure, last 2 months.
Kevin's always good. He sends it. They're starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so.
Yeah.
At least call them that night, make sure they show up.
No, and we usually, I don't sit in on all the interviews, but I do a lot of the full-time ones or sit in on them. And that's one thing that does come up. They want to know what the work culture is like, and we always explain that, and then we always explain how we have a city commission that's super supportive of staff, and that's pretty unusual in some communities. You guys always look out for the staff, and we let them know that, so I think that's helpful when you make that call. I think it shows that.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, it's my water bottle. I didn't even talk about it. Oh, it's
3.5 minutes.
What just happened? Okay.
I think it'd be good for her to know, because that's stuff she can help with.
I know she couldn't get into Station 3. Locked portion.
Yeah, she knows where to get the master key now for.
So we still need
Yeah, the cassette, it's on a cassette tape. Friday, physically, she won't be here Friday, I don't think, because she'll be working late tomorrow. John Academy. She sits in here, runs the technology, and helps me
Very
with
helpful.
that, so, yeah, she did a nice job with those binders. Today's is what we were thinking. We wanted to do this for this when we are out for meetings and stuff. The little, I think they were like $14-15 a year. They were like 16. It's still at the point of they just look sharp, so they turned out nice.
So replace my MML one that I've had for 22 years.
I just
Or longer.
Gee, it's nice.
Yeah. I still find myself taking, at times taking notes. It's not always can't always have the computer in there doing it, so it is nice to have.
But I have a nice.
And I was wondering if there was a place to put a pen that was folded over.
Oh my gosh, it was like trying to do a puzzle there for a
I
minute.
say at first, I'm like, man.
I was like, am I doing it wrong? But I do like that, yeah.
A nice folding pad. These, all these is not.
Usually it's just one little chapter
Right,
books.
closest to him. So I got a little nice stuff. It's perfect for him because he went into M&A on the finance side. So. I don't believe we will tonight. We'll save that for another one.
You gotta open it up.
And I'm gonna do, for the public hearing, I'm going to do it twice. I'll do it for the development district as well as the exemption certificate.
Oh,
So I'll do one for each.
Oh,
It's
man.
quick. I mean, you may not understand me,
Yes,
but I'm
burn
gonna
some water,
so.
pass it down.
What's your record? 2 minutes, 27 seconds, the second's 2 minutes, 34.
Steve beat you one time.
No, he can't carry my gym bag. No.
I think it was 2:15, he did it.
No, whatever, yeah, you guys are making up.
It's amazing what you can do when you don't have a mayor drawing on it.
Yeah.
Invocation.
Everybody's a
If he wouldn't
comedian.
have had that photo up, he would have been,
I wish I could.
That would be good.
That'd be good someday. Now we got about 30 seconds, if that.
Your invocation. Thank you, Lord, for being here.
Yep.
yeah, I know.
The grace, the grace. Keep right to Bucky's.
Oh, yeah.
Here at 7 o'clock then. Here we go. All right, it is 7 o'clock PM on Monday, April 28, 2025. This is the regular city commission meeting for the city of Walker. I'd like to invite Commissioner Chase to deliver invocation and lead us in pledge of allegiance.
Shall we pray? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the warm weather today and the last couple of weeks. As we look forward to the warmer weather, please remind us to be thankful for the blooming trees and flowers and the sound to the birds as they return from winter. Please continue to keep all of our city employees and our public safety out on the roads and in our public safe. Provide positive discussion tonight on our agenda. In your name, amen.
And thank you, but everybody stand and join us for pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. If I could please ask your clerk to call the roll.
Mayor Carey,
Present.
Commissioner Gilbert, Commissioner Groders, present, Commissioner Chase, present, Commissioner DeShane,
Present?
Commissioner Burke.
Present. All right, thank you all. Next on the list is the approval of Commissioner Babcock's absence. Do I have a motion of support, please?
I'll make a motion. I'll support.
Commissioner DeShane, Commissioner Chase, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, she's excused. Next is approval minutes from the April 14th, 2025 City Commission meeting. Is there any questions or discussion on some minutes? Seeing here none, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
So moved.
Commissioner Groders, Commissioner Burke, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, motion passed, thank you. Next is the public hearing. There's going to be two separate ones we'll open up here. The first is for the establishment of an industrial development district for 2574 Hillside LLC. We heard at 6:30 at the committee of the whole meeting from the applicant and the two of the three businesses it appears that are coming in so far, and heard the story of why they chose Walker and coming in here. Is there any discussion? Actually, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support to open up the public hearing for the establishment of an industrial development district for 2574 Hillside LLC.
So moved.
Support.
Commissioner Gilbert, Commissioner Chase. Seeing how we have no one in the public, may I have a motion to close said public hearing?
I'll make the motion. Support.
Commissioner DeShane and Commissioner Groders on support. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? I don't know if we needed to do that, we just closed it, so we're good. Get our Robert's Rules of Book Order, Robert's Rules of Order book count. Next is the second is the public hearing for the Industrial Facilities Exemption Certificate for Public Act 198 for 2574 Hillside LLC. May I have a motion, please, to open a public hearing?
I'll make a motion.
Commissioner Chase?
Support.
Commissioner DeShane? We have no one in the public to speak, so we've held public hearings for both. Entertain a motion to close the public hearing, please.
So moved.
Commissioner Groders, do you have support?
Support.
Commissioner Burke? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, public hearings have been opened and closed. Still no public, so we can't comment on agenda items. Next on the list is consent agenda expenditures in the amount of $620,697.20. Is there any question on the bills? Seeing, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Commissioner Burke,
Support.
Commissioner Groders, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? All right, next on to the resolutions. The first is Resolution 25-759, Establishment of an Industrial Development District for 2574 Hillside LLC. We still have no one in the public. Is there any other discussion or questions on said resolution? Seeing, hearing none, I entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
So moved.
Commissioner Gilbert, Commissioner Groders in support. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, Resolution 25-759 is passed. Next is Resolution 25-760, approving the application of an industrial facilities certificate, which is Public Act 198, for 2574 Hillside LLC. We spoke about this and the development district at 6:30 during the whole meeting with the applicant and a couple of business owners coming into the business. Is there any discussion or questions on said resolution? Seeing, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
I'll make a motion.
Commissioner Chase, Commissioner DeShane, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Thank you all. Next on the list is Resolution 25-761. It's the appointment of Avery Van Ness to the Sandale Walker Downtown Development Authority. Any questions on the appointment of Ms. Van Ness?
Very excited to have her on that board.
Absolutely. All right, seeing, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval and support, please.
I'll make a motion. Support.
Commissioner DeShane and Commissioner Groders, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, welcome, Ms. Van Ness. Next, we still have no public, so no public comment. I'll quick go around the horn for the good of the order. Mr. City Manager, anything else? Commissioner Burke, Commissioner Shane, Commissioner Chase, Commissioner Groders, Commissioner Gilbert. All right, our next two meetings in May, just a reminder, May 12th and May 19th, both starting at 6:30 at the Committee of the Whole. If there's no other questions or discussion, I'll entertain a motion and support to adjourn, please.
So moved. Support.
Commissioner Groders, Commissioner Chase, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.